There you go. You sick people. It's making me sick.
Yes.
Yeah, it's because you're in virtual worlds.
That's right.
The question is if the virtual
it's the
worlds made
anonymity.
you sick. Yeah, yeah, that's right.
No, I was sick before. That's why I sought out virtual worlds.
That's exactly the question. That's the question. Were you sick before? Did you seek it out to indulge in your sickness? Okay, hello there and welcome. Let's see, we're at the top of the hour, not quite. First lifers keep out. See, I'm gonna focus on this sign here that goes into the basement. All right, I'm putting my goggle-de-goos on. Hello there and welcome to yet another Atlas hopping. We are joined today by the first furry in Sansar, and it's Theonine. Theonine, can you please show us your tail? Please.
It's beautiful.
It's
so
very good.
fluffy.
And I remember Ryan was joking about this outfit for the Young Republican outfit. So Theonine is the head of the Young Republicans National Furry Club, I think. And Kelvin,
he's only furry on one end.
Yeah, in the front he's one of the lizard people.
Yes.
And Kelvin is with us. Hello, Kelvin.
Hello.
And Ricardo's, come here. Ricardo's. And who is there?
There's no space there.
There's some guy outside. Oh, you can always grab one of the paints and throw it at somebody. Throw it at Trevor here over there.
Hey guys.
Oh,
Hey,
Trevor, what's happening?
I don't know. I've got some lagging issues at the moment. I probably should reboot.
No,
that's
you have
not
something
helping.
in your
that's,
face.
Harvest.
Oh, okay.
I don't have.
That's a
Come
bad
stay
sign.
here, Kevin. Where I stay. Maybe that's better for you.
I have absolutely no lag here.
Yes, always. Harvest is known for that problem for me.
I've
Some
been here before
places-
and had no lag issues at all. It's just now.
Me neither.
Kevin, try to stay here.
Don't start the lag discussion. We're seen by hundreds of YouTubers who want to see us laggy. Oh wait, there's this guy. Is this Second Life on YouTube? No. It's always one guy asking. So Trevor, you're new. What are your first impressions of Sansar? I mean, I'm not saying you're new to Sansar, but you're new to this outing.
Hello.
What do you think so far?
I absolutely love it. It's a real eye candy compared to all the other social VR experiences that are out there, like VR chat and stuff. This is really, really nice. You can really do awesome things here that I wish I could do in Second Life for many years. So
That's awesome. You have like all okay, but there's people from VR chat who laugh at us because they have a concurrency of like, I don't know, but they have like on their website, I posted that on the blog post, they have like 100 people in this world and they have 50 in the other, and one guy on Twitter showed me some sort of graph where there's like nobody in Sansar and everybody's in VR chat. What would you say to these VR chatters about us here?
it's you can't really compare those two. VR chat is a fun thing. This is a real experience thing. I mean, you can build pretty awesome stuff in VR chat as well, but compared to Sansar, it's really more like a side thingy, a fun thingy, more like a social media where this is more. This is just more. You can do a lot of other things here that you can do there, and eventually Sansar will become more like VR chat in the future. I'm quite sure of that. I mean, we're still in early beta phase, so I'm pretty sure as soon as animations come in and stuff, a lot of things will change, and more people will be attracted.
You know, that's interesting that you say that, because it drives me crazy. And again, we're not a propaganda channel. We're hanging out here and we're looking at different things and we want to wonder. And it's not like about one world succeeding the other. But what drives me mad is when people compare the status quo of Sansa right now as if this is the end game. You know, you can criticize Linden Lab left and right, but do people really believe that Linden Lab thinks? Like, you know, some people really say, oh, I don't like Sansa because I can't express myself with an avatar, and they only have these avatars, and then I don't have animation. They go like, guys, this is early beta. They've just been out of the private testing phase for, like, I don't know, 4 months or something, right? What, did you just light a cigarette?
And look how far they come already. I mean, the visualities and the sound design that you can do here, it's nothing compared to VRChat. VRChat is a lightweight application that everybody can use on the fly. The desktop mode works better. You can, completely use VRChat in desktop mode, while it's in Sansa quite limited still. But as I said, eventually this world becomes more like VRChat, just with much better visuals and amazing sound opportunities that you just don't have in the other one. Unity is nice, and a lot of people can do stuff with it, but you still need the same basic 3D programming skills if you want to build stuff from scratch, not just buy stuff from the marketplace. That's another thing Sansa has that VRChat probably never will have: a store where you can sell stuff, where you can make money, where you can put work into this and actually even make a living out of it. I've seen many people in Second Life made a complete living out of it and living their dream. And that's why you can't compare them. This is more like a business. The other one is more like a fun hangout place.
This is, you know, Trevor, I'm so glad I paid you 2,000 Sansa dollars to say all this. You know, I'm gonna sweeten the deal, and I'm gonna transfer you another 1,000 to your account later when we're done. No, but you're making such a good point, because I actually tried to upload my avatar that I have in high fidelity. I tried to upload that into VRChat, and it was not user-friendly at all. And VRChat is, I'm not trying to ding them. I'm thoroughly impressed that a couple of guys really started early, and they have arguably one of the hippest hangouts right now at this point. But Linden Lab is trying to build something much more extensive and elaborate. And I'm looking at the chat because Thea9 is only in chat. A couple of things. First of all, thanks for coming, Seraphine. Great to have you. Thea9 here in the chat is saying, for me, the users are the best part of Sansar, a real friendly, tight-knit bunch. Well, Thea9, that will change very fast when the griefers come. Oops. Oh, we got feedback.
But griefers have just less impact here. They can do less.
But as the functionalities start, you think that, you know, because what needs to happen, for example, when we rent these places here on Harvest, and people will put their own stuff, be able to put their own stuff in here, griefers will have possibilities. It's, you know, it's not there is no perfect solution yet to griefing and harassing in any world. I mean, this is going to be a problem.
Yes.
Yeah, there will always be griefers, and if you just ignore them, you really piss them off, and they usually leave after a while because they are looking for easy victims. So don't feed the trolls. It's one of the wisest things the internet ever came up with. Don't feed the trolls.
That's true. I don't see
that
Joe
simple.
this week.
When you start interacting with them, then you lost the game. The only way you can win the game is by just simply not playing it.
Yeah, but there are people who are weak, and they are not weak in the negative sense. There are people who are being preyed upon, and I know what you're saying, but not everybody has the emotional intelligence or fortitude or even ability. And again, that's not a criticism of people who don't have that, but you can mask entertainment, harassment as entertainment, as some do, and get a rise out of people. And okay,
People will learn that over time. I fell for trolls a couple of times as well in the early days, and over time you grow. The internet is something that you have to grow up in and grow up to really understand how to be safe in there and how to just do your thing and don't let other people completely influence or ruin your experience.
I applaud your
especially
yeah.
especially after many years in Second Life, you become a pro in that.
You're battle hardened. Okay, well, you know what? As soon as we can sit and stuff down in the podcast
You
room,
definitely grow a thick skin.
say that again,
Oh, there
Seraphine?
she is.
I said you definitely grow a thick skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you leave and you leave crying and you never go back. And I know a lot of people who've been, who their dreams have been crushed. But you know, I have actually, Trevor's given me a great idea. We're gonna do like some special, we're gonna do some special anti-trolling courses with Trevor. We're gonna announce them as soon as we have all these group tools and stuff like that. We're gonna do. I'm gonna rent you a house here, Trevor. You don't have to pay. It's on the house, pun intended. And then you can do like a yoga class in there, or sort of like mindful meditation when Britbong or some other griefer comes along. That'd be cool. Like anti-griefing meetings and learning how to breathe. We're gonna go to the first experience. Sorry, I'm talking too much. Kelvin, any added things of Seraphine?
Two things. One, I'm going to guess that it's pronounced Seraphine. And second, yes, you talk too much.
Oh yeah,
Correct.
strawberry. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything
Yeah.
then. Then you have to
No,
say
correct.
something.
Shit.
Uh,
Correct my name. Not correct you talk too much.
Seraphine, I'm very I'm dismayed that you side with Kelvin over there. Strawberry actually had a last-minute family thing going on, so she's not coming. We'll keep it tight today. We're gonna go to Sky Naturale Virtualis by Alex Bader. I put it into the chat, and let's
here
go
we
over
go.
there.
Okay.
You know what? I still have the sound of. Oh, it just occurred to me. Oh, I have the sound of the Oculus room setup still going. Oh, we got a lot of feedback here. What's going on? Ah, crap. Feedback. Please mute your mic, guys. There's an alligator. Shit.
I only see a
The
snakes.
alligator in the jungle.
Oh, there's the feedback. Okay.
A big
Hey, alligator. No, it's not alligator. It's Daisy.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Daisy.
Hello, Drax.
My favorite place.
You like this place, Ricardo?
Oh, yes. Give me a house here and it's fine.
It
That's
almost
my plan.
reminds me of home. Just not quite wet enough. Bit more water.
This is the Florida
And,
swamp.
Yeah, nearly.
Daisy, you gotta mute your mic right away after you talk. There is feedback coming. It's strange.
Like, it might be because my sound is too loud.
No, it's coming out of speakers. You have to put it so it's coming out of the headset.
No, I mean it is definitely coming out of the headset, but I have it quite loud because my hearing isn't always great.
Oh, I see. So it's still feeding back into the mic. I got that.
Yeah, I think so.
They have
I'm
to
always
fix that. That's actually something that Sensor needs to fix. They need to put a gate
Maybe
in
it's
it.
fixed. I think they add a noise gate in the next release.
Right.
Well,
I'm
they
not
also
sure.
need to add an easy toggle for us to turn the mic on and off without having to like
That
try to
too.
get all the way up to that little thing on the top of your screen.
But
Yeah, I
Your
don't.
screen.
I don't think a gate will quite do it. I think it needs to be active echo cancellation,
yeah.
like they have
working-
on laptop microphones when the speakers are also going to be used for like a Skype conversation, and
right.
that works just fine.
Yes, in hi-fi they call it noise cancellation, I think.
Yeah, but it's essentially variations of the same thing. In high fidelity, by the way, it doesn't work because the setting is automated and it detects the background noise and the echoes too harshly. It's the threshold is not detected well. Okay, let's walk around here.
It is technically complex to get that to work right, but it has been solved. It's probably that all of the really good solutions require paying a royalty to use it,
Yep.
or a licensing fee.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I have a bunch of gates and noise cancellation plugins and all sorts of repair stuff, and oops, now we got some really bad.
That's a nice 50 hertz hum from Kelvin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, is it from me? Okay,
Yes.
so if I mute, does it?
Then it's gone.
That's you,
There's
definitely.
at this point a problem with Stanza. If you're silent, it's increasing the volume.
Yeah, that's the
Okay,
problem we had
I'm-
with Joe.
I'm gonna plug my headset into a different thing so I can't hear you, but I can hear my microphone because I have a ground that sometimes goes loose.
Yeah, the ground.
I have a hard. I use a hardware noise gate.
Let's keep walking. I think as much as it interests me, the tech talk, I think the viewers.
If you need to walk, then you need to walk first.
Okay,
We're
since
not
you guys are
walking,
with
you
headsets,
stand
I'm gonna
still.
walk backwards so the camera is on you guys. Move your arms a little bit. I want to see the. There you go. Wow, this is really awesome. Look at these birds.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
rare.
the graphics are so nice, so beautiful. That's something you haven't seen anywhere else, and probably won for a while.
And it's unbelievable how unaware people are. I was sending some messages to a German friend of mine who is big in VR promotion. She works in the film industry here, and she's all over VR. And I tell her, you know what? Sansar already has like 800 experiences out of the game. She goes like, "What is Sansar? Never heard of it." And I go like, "What?"
That's the thing. I subscribe to YouTube to a lot of VR news channels.
Yeah.
And none of them talks about any of those social VR
Exactly.
things,
Oh, yeah.
except for VR chat, because it's more like a clickbait, because you have all those guys in little anime avatars, anime
Right.
girl avatars, traps running around, goofing around. It's fun to watch. It's fun to be there, but it's not really serious. That's the thing. People here use it for serious things, for making awesome experience. People there just love to make little anime girl avatars and goof around, which is fun, but it gets boring after
Yeah.
30 minutes and I'm out.
I think Trevor's expressing what I said a couple of shows ago, also when we were at the Minimalism Museum, because the quality of the experience, not only, I mean, there is a visual quality which is superior because of the render engine and all that, but also the type of experience that people seem to be interested in building, right? There's a bunch of museums in here that are excellent. There's, I always forget his name, is an Italian guy, wonderful museum. And then Safia made the Minimalist Museum that we visited last time. So and you're right, and VRChat is like, hey, I can clone my enemy avatar a million times and run
That's why I said you can't really compare those two. This one is a fun hangout for a short time. The other one is a serious thing where you actually put in a lot of hours of work to make something beautiful, to make something awesome, to make something educational for other people to enjoy.
Careful with
In the
your
other
arms,
world-
Ricardos.
In the other world, it's more like you're enjoying yourself a little bit more than the world around you.
Yeah.
Most people hang out in the same spots, usually in front of a big mirror, and goof around, and that's all you see there. When I go to the more serious experiences, they are always empty. They are always empty. I never met anybody. Usually there are people at the hub and at avatar testing and in avatar places where you can get the free avatars and swoop back to the hub or back to avatar testing. That's all they do there. I mean, the most impressive thing I've seen there was a reconstruction of Doctor Who's TARDIS, which was actually bigger on the inside. I have no idea technically how they done that, but you actually have the box, you walk in there, and you're inside the TARDIS console room, but you can actually walk around it.
Why is nobody
Around the
doing this in
box.
Sansa? You could do
I
it
have
easily with
no
a local
idea.
teleport, right? You could just teleport somewhere else.
No,
No, not
they
a
did it.
teleport.
You can actually walk in there. You walk into the small box and you're inside of it. You can walk out. You can see it. You can walk in, half in, out, and lean in and out. It's actually like the real thing. That
Whoa.
was so impressive. That's the one you should check out. I have no idea technically how they done this, because we usually do walkarounds with teleportation and stuff. They somehow accomplished the real thing. I want them to do this here in awesome graphics.
Listen, YouTubers, whoever's on YouTube. Okay, we have, how many viewers we have? We have about 6 Lindens. They're disguised. Mario Makusa says, Alua Akbar, I like turtles. Alright.
I'm an alligator, not a turtle.
Daisy, he seems to be very uninformed. Thank you for enlightening me. You hear that, Mario? She's a gator. She's an alligator. Look at her.
Yeah.
There's a nice place here for Daisy.
I can touch that snout, and she is very friendly.
Sometimes.
Someday, that can change.
Yeah, but I catch her licking her chops from time to time.
Oh,
Yeah.
butterflies.
Go up in those trees.
No, I tried.
So how big is this? Let's walk around a little bit more, shall we?
I do love the trees here. They actually
Yeah,
use
lead the
which is
way.
pretty impressive.
Here's Calvin. We're
And
gonna
the
catch
pines.
Calvin. Calvin, run away from us and we'll catch you. Oh, how do you run again in VR mode? Here we go.
Double click forward.
You use the Rift or the Vive?
Rift, because Vive, I didn't do the update in time and now it's unusable. No, I can still do it, but I don't have time.
You just press the left
Press the left
control
button twice.
stick.
Wow.
This is really, really nicely done. It's really beautiful. And people on the screen on YouTube can't
Am I still
really
running?
feather what we experienced.
Yes, if you not bump into things.
Real scale in real 3D is just amazing. We'll use teleport a little bit to catch up on you. Oh, this is basically just a little walk
It's a
around
place
the
for
park.
I
Daisy.
need to
Yeah.
put some sounds in here.
The
I need to
water
give the
is,
guys some sounds. I spent a lot of money on that Sennheiser Ambio mic. And now I don't have time to make any sounds.
You need some rain. Lots of
Oh.
rain and thunder and things.
Yeah.
I think you love the water, Daisy.
And frogs. And how do I...
Oh, Daisy, look at this water.
That's something for Daisy, the water.
Whoa. Daisy, you love this. Come here. Where is she? There you go. Look at this water.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Now get in.
Oh,
Mic
that's
muting.
one hell of a loud critter.
Oh, Oh, a butterfly.
This water's been really well done. I wonder how they managed to achieve that.
Oh, wait, here's the gator in the water. Take photos, people. This gotta
I
end up on the
cannot
blog.
take a photo in
It's not
VR.
quite deep enough.
Oh shit, we can't take good photos in VR, damn it. Linden Lab, what are you doing?
It needs to, well, I need to be shorter.
I'm sure it's on their
Rather
list.
than the, if I was a bit shorter.
I think there are a little more
Careful,
important
Kelvin,
things.
there are crocs in the water.
Hey, Drac.
Daisy, you gotta eat Kelvin. Do it now. Get.
Hey, Drac.
Yeah, now's my chance.
Drax
Yeah.
Kelvin is calling.
Hey, Drac.
Who's calling?
I am.
Kelvin,
You
below.
can tell I'm the troll here.
You seem like a troll.
I'm under the bridge.
There's an alligator behind you, you know.
Yes, I saw that. I saw that.
Let's see if Daisy can catch you. Daisy, Ricardo's is much more.
I'm stuck. I can't run. I can't run.
Nom nom nom.
Nom, nom.
Nom nom nom.
Oh my God,
Oh,
Daisy!
well,
I
won't need any more. I won't need any dinner now.
Oh, I like this place.
There's no way out.
I can't get out.
How did you guys get in? Oh shit!
Getting in was a lot
just-
easier. It
just
was downhill.
Just walked in.
Yes, step in. Up.
Wow, this is really cool to be in here.
Hot tub party.
Yeah, hot tub time machine with the gator. Wow. You know what? This is a media screen. The water.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure.
I think it's just I think it's animated texture.
Yeah, it's a plane. It's an animated texture with material maps.
Ah, why do you guys always have to destroy the magic? We're in the water. Shut up.
A media screen is no magic. The animated texture, that's magic.
Oh, it would be so cool if we could just
I
dive.
know my pants feel wet.
It will come in the end. They learned so much from Second Life, so I assume some of the basic things will end up here as well.
This looks so cool
Just-
from up
just
here.
takes time.
Hey guys! Woohoo! Okay, Daisy, try to catch one of them.
Keep waving your arms a second.
Okay. I think she's gonna catch Ricardo's first. Go get him!
Okay.
He can't get out. Oh, this is the funny. Oh, you got him. Okay, now get Kelvin.
Yeah,
Get Kelvin.
I think I got him.
You got Kelvin. Now get Trevor. Trevor's not paying attention.
Where's Trevor?
Here,
There we go.
Trevor is the guy with the. Oh, well, he cheated. He cheated. Go get.
I need more practice in salsa.
Alright, I gotcha.
Well, Kelvin is doing a neat little
dear.
trick. He's just running around in circles.
Ah,
Ah,
nearly got him.
this is the. I said. Ah, you ate his arm.
Got him.
Oh, oh wait, I want to take a photo. Trevor, can you put your arm into her mouth, like she's eating it,
Yeah, let me get beside her.
like a little pose?
I
Yeah.
guess this should be right.
Nom nom nom. Nom nom nom.
Awesome.
That is awesome. I'm gonna extract that from the video. That's still.
Oh, my ears.
Careful. Hey,
Let me know when you
Thea9.
get it.
Thea9 is also VR. Oh, the water is a little bit too warm. Seraphine.
This could be a really nice onsen.
What?
Now we're all in the hot tub.
Now I can
Okay,
even
it's a hot tub.
see.
Somebody quit peeing in the water.
Nobody pee in the water. Is there further? Can you go further now past? Where did we come from? We came from over there?
We come from that way. We need to go that way.
Okay, Ricardos, you lead the way. People in desktop mode, how did you get out? Ah, yeah, you can teleport out too.
Same as we do, teleporting. We can still not jump.
So you lead the way, Ricardos.
You don't have anywhere.
Darling is here.
No game,
Ah, hi, darling.
no social world.
Hello.
Howdy.
Just walk that way, Drex.
Wow, look at this beautiful butterfly. That's a monarch butterfly.
Look at that beautiful bridge.
Okay.
Oh,
Hi,
the
darling.
bridge could use some materials, but other than that, it's nice.
Trevor's such a nitpicker.
I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah, that's what Germans are. They're born like that. You can't even enjoy anything like that.
I'm not born in Germany. I'm just living here. I'm born in Florida.
Okay, but then you have absorbed some of the cultural obsessions with. Oh. Who is up there? What the hell?
Where?
No, up in the tree.
Oh, there.
Whoa.
I hear a windows open.
Oh, now I don't know how to get down. Okay, Ricardos, lead us to the rest of the world.
Yeah, there was a fog earlier.
How are you
I
doing?
think
Hey, good to see you. Come follow us.
I might have accidentally trolled the CEO of Sansar.
Of Linden Lab, you mean?
Sansar.
It's made by Linden Lab. Who did you troll? What did you do?
Oh, a couple of days ago, they were live streaming from here for a show for AltSpace. And I came over and asked him some controversial questions.
For AltSpace, but Linden Lab is not affiliated with AltSpace at all.
No, they actually had a show from AltSpace talking to the CEO of Sansar.
I heard something about that in the product meeting, that they were going to do something like that.
What was the name of the guy there? Remember?
I don't remember. I'd have to look it up.
Was his name Tide New Valley, or was it Abby Altberg? What? That was a good one. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. Sorry, darling. That was my attempt at really sophisticated
I probably look
humor.
completely crooked right now.
Oh, okay. I asked them some hard questions, like, why does the physics engineer in here suck so bad? And, yeah.
I don't know if that's necessarily a good question, because I actually think the physics engineer is far superior to anything I've seen.
And do you think that the name choice for Sansar is kind of terrible? Because if you look on YouTube or any other website, the name is it's an Indian name that's regularly used. So you're basically buried under thousands and thousands of videos for Indian parties and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, India is a big country. I think if every Indian gets into Sansar, it's going to be a huge success.
Well, it's, Sansar's videos are... If you put a video about Sansar on YouTube, your video is going to be buried under thousands of videos about Indian parties.
Yeah. I think... that is not. That is an interesting observation. Yeah, I think the solution about that again is to really involve the Indian community and make a big party experience in Sansar, where you play really cool Indian music all day long. and that's not such a good idea. That's, I guess, why I'm not the CEO. Let's talk a little bit more. I have not seen that Allspace thing. That's interesting. Trevor?
Actually, there's not much to see. The other road is a dead end.
Well, Allspace
going
is
back
much
to the
better than
beginning.
Sensor in many ways, so I understand why you wouldn't go over there.
Allspace is better.
I cannot believe that.
Okay, I'm not gonna get into that discussion because it's just not for me. I'm not gonna make a judgment. I think Allspace is probably the most boring thing out there in the social space. It's not for me, but for every, you know, like my grandmother used to say.
It's for gamer.
There's something.
It's for gamer.
Yep. No, I don't know.
I enjoy go there and have some casual games sometimes. It's fun. It's again nothing that you can compare to Sensor or even VRChat. Everybody has its own little niche that they fulfill. Allspace is a gaming platform, more or less, a social gaming platform. VRChat is a social hangout with quite limited interaction abilities. And Sensor is a living, breathing art museum and social hub. So, yeah, all have the social in common, but each of them serves a completely different demographic.
You forgot High Fidelity.
Yeah, no.
High Fidelity, what's that? I don't even know what that is. Okay,
High Fidelity is a living, breathing nightmare of confusion and setting up servers.
It's an experimentation lab for VR, for future VR stuff.
I'm sorry, guys. I want to enjoy the here and now. My mindful meditation teacher told me that. In order to be present in the here and now in sort of the Buddhist sense, exactly, breathing and accepting where we are, all the while bitching about Allspace is what my mindful meditation teacher told me. That's how to get over my anxiety issue.
I can't bitch about any of them because all of them have their pros and cons.
Yeah.
And you go to one space for one thing and to another for a completely different thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I spend time in each three. Whenever I'm in the mood for gaming, I go to Allspace. When I just want to goof around and kill 30 minutes and have a little fun chat, I go to VRChat. If I want to experience something beautiful or want to build something amazing, then I come here.
Actually, I want to briefly, I'm going to paste the next thing in here. I also want to say Ryan Schultz is not with us today, but he wrote a bunch of really interesting blog posts. One about gender of avatars, which I think is really important to read. I'll put this in the YouTube description when the video is rendered. But also about avatar portability. And I personally believe that somebody needs to come up with a portability solution. Otherwise, the metaverse will not really come to fruition. And who's going to do that? I don't know. I know for the individual companies or platform providers, it's probably not a priority because it's so complex, technically speaking. But for
what do you mean by portability?
Universal avatar, an avatar that you build that you can use in every of those different worlds. But that's the problem is the lack of willingness to cooperate with other companies because let's face it, there's a market there at war, and that's why I'm not bitching about any of those individual VR platforms because I don't support the war. I support competition. Competition brings out the best of the best, and yeah, but I'm
right.
I'm
and
quite
unlike
sure
in
we
wars,
won't see.
Sorry.
Oh, my hand's stuck.
That looks so funny. Your hand was stuck.
So, yeah, I'm not playing that game. I'm enjoying each and every one of those platforms for what they try to accomplish. But I doubt we will see something like a real meta world, like a real universal avatar that you just can bring, unless you build it yourself and try to import it, if they allow import of mesh avatars, rigged mesh avatars. Then you can actually make a photogrammetry avatar of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
we still need a VR army. Don't ask what VR can do for you. Ask what you can do for VR.
Oh
Come
my God.
fight with the resistance.
Well, darling, you need to lead this revolution. Let's first go to and I don't know how loud the music is over there. Mario 2 Hellstein is well known, and the M2D city is pretty cool.
You pass it in the chat?
What's up with the breathing? Who has the breathing thing? Is somebody doing mindful meditation?
I think Darling maybe.
Oh, okay.
You mean this?
Yeah.
She's waiting.
It's a vape.
God, I'm sorry.
Oh, I see.
I'm sorry. I turned it off. I turned it off.
Sounds too much like me smoking.
Ugh, you drug addicts. Well, I'll take you on my tour anyways. You're welcome. Let's go on the. Let's go to Mario over there. Oh, while people are coming in, that's actually a good good observation by Tyler Scarborough, who is on the YouTubes watching us. Hi, Skylar. And he said Sansar's name stems from the first simulator in Second Life named Sansara. And please mute your mics real quick. So Tyler said Sansar is named after the first simulator, Sansara, and I'm going to post a photo, of that first simulator, because we visited High Fidelity a couple months ago, and Philip has that first simulator, the CPU, on the wall, enclosed in a case. So yeah, I don't know if that's true, Tyler, but it makes a lot of sense that that's why the name Sansar. All right, so here we are.
Is Sansar being an Indian name cultural appropriation?
Ooh, that is not a that's not a bad question.
Oh, I freaking love this.
That's a horrible
This is nice
question.
cyberpunk style.
I don't know what Sansar means in the Indian language. I need to find that out. Let me. Wow. You know what, Trevor? I'm actually doing a video. We'll talk later about this, but the next Sansar creator testimonial video, I'm going to cast a few individual people. They need to have VR gear, and they need to look crazy futuristic with stuff like the thing that's in your face. But on the other hand, I don't know if it's
since you can't really customize the avatars yet, and I don't want to look like everybody else, I just covered my face with a nice face hugger.
Yeah. But people are getting very. Look at Daisy. People get very creative with the limitations. We have a furry. We have a gator. I got my goggles. I got my dreads. And you got the face hugger. Okay, let's walk around here. And I want to.
Yeah, this is really beautiful.
Let's walk
and
around.
And a total sci-fi and cyberpunk geek.
Do not stop for a taxi.
And I'm gonna shut up for 2 minutes.
Oh wow, that will be a record.
I know.
Let's see.
If I don't manage to do that,
43 minutes.
I'll give everyone 100 Sansar dollars.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah,
loud and clear.
My neighbor was using a drill outside, and so I couldn't use voice earlier.
Oh, Theodine, hello.
Yeah, it's me.
It
hello.
is him. It is he who has joined us.
That were less than 2 minutes.
So are you looking forward to having furries in Second Life?
Oh, totally.
Let me ask you a question. What the heck is
Sure.
wrong with furries? No, I'm just joking.
I'm not actually a furry. I just like the tail, that's all.
I know someone that wants to have a furry avatar and sensor.
So you're more of a Nico.
How would you identify yourself, BN9? In your
In-
embodiment in Virtue's World? What would be the ideal embodiment for you?
It depends, because my opinion on that changes like every month.
Oh.
Yeah, because in OpenSim, I would change my avatar all the time, and I would rarely go as a human. I was always like be some sort of creature.
See, this is awesome. This is what we're looking at with Daisy in the film. So you would be, you could identify with a whole bunch of different people, but primarily non-human, or is it just
Non-human, yeah. I like role playing, being someone else basically. When I go into virtual worlds, it's not because I want to recreate myself from the real world. I want to be something else.
This fascinates me. Do you think, BN9, that I have the impression sometimes that right now people are pushing a certain realism, and I'm not so sure that everybody wants that. Actually, I'm pretty convinced that a small minority would like that. But for example, High Fidelity is advertising with the ability to get the Duke 3D avatar in there and all this kind of stuff. What do you think? You think actually a majority of people really want to kind of have that as their core avatar? Or?
No, not at all. I'm actually in complete agreement with you that, I mean, if you take a look at VR chat, for example, there's almost no one there that's human.
Yeah.
Like, everyone is some sort of creature. Like, I walked in there, my first time logging in there, and in 5 minutes I saw someone walking around as Pac-Man.
Yeah, but
Wait a minute, I was told there's only anime.
There's video game characters, too.
90% anime girls.
I'm a teddy bear in there.
I'm usually Rick or Morty.
Oh, you're Rick?
I think
Oh, you're the character.
Go.
Daisy?
that might have been me.
So let's
I
go
think-
around and explore a
I
little
think
bit.
humans maybe just haven't found their
Standing
inner alligator yet. Just a matter of time.
That's not good.
Is there an alligator yet already in VR chat?
There
You would have-
probably is, yeah.
You would have to upload it yourself.
There's about 400 or 500 people in there regularly now, so
Yeah, we
there's
talked
probably
about
somebody that did
earlier.
it.
Okay, cool. Let's walk around, and I'm gonna stand by my word. I'm gonna shut up for 2 minutes.
There's one thing I don't like on that experience.
What is it, Ricardo's? Always nitpicking.
No, I can show you. It's not solid.
Oh, Kelvin still has the 50 hertz hum.
Yes.
Whoa! Darling is inside here. What the heck? You scared me. Yeah, why is it not solid?
Just a simple box around it is enough.
But can we jump on the vehicles?
I tried and they don't stop. No, we cannot jump. They don't stop too. They keep.
Wow, but this is damn cool. Okay. I told everyone I'm gonna shut up for 2 minutes. Okay, there's no music,
Where's everybody?
so I can actually play music. Shall I do that? Yeah, I'm gonna play around chairs and back.
don't actually portal down in there.
I didn't know that.
Okay, instead of no talking, I played 2 minutes of Ron Jarzombek music through my Wow, this is
It's nice. Lot of glitches and no bounding boxes, but it looks darn cool, especially
Visually, it's
because
beautiful.
it's not even textured, except a few, very few repeated, same metallized texture, which makes the light reflect very nicely.
that was cool.
Yeah.
Mario's been churning out
yeah.
some. Oh shit! Now that we have Theanine here, we could go back to my favorite experiences, which are made by Theanine. But next time, and then we'll talk
The
about
science
it.
fiction look is good.
Sure thing.
I think, you know, this is so awesome. This is something like, I mean, you know, people from Second Life know In Silico. In Silico is my favorite place in Second Life. And
Yeah.
I'm convinced that here, if you have something like this, you can rent this. I'm convinced that you can create community around even renting, for example. This could be a business model.
In the future, I'm sure it will become much more like Second Life, but it will never be Second Life. It will never get that way. It's not intended to do that, but it can get close. But Linden Labs made it quite clear that they don't want to build Second Life 2.0 just in VR, but something different. And yeah, it's different, and I see a lot of potential in it. And
Who wants to rent land in one of these platforms?
You never know if things change in the future.
yeah, if a big roleplay community gathers up in one experience, people want to kind of live there.
I'm so tired of hearing my own voice about this because I'm such a broken record. To me, it's a complete no-brainer, and we can bet a little bit of money if that works or not.
I would love to bet money on this one.
But I really don't want to bore the listeners, I should say the viewers on YouTube, because they really want to enjoy these surroundings.
Can I finally rip that premise in half? Okay.
No, because I
12-year-olders now can run Minecraft servers, port forwarding and everything. 12-year-olders.
I'm going to take the liberty as the host to walk away a little bit because I enjoyed this too much. Sorry, darling, nothing personal.
I understand.
I think kids in the future can build more easy 3D, and Microsoft is already helping with that.
Right
Was that rude of me?
Right now, Minecraft, you have the JavaScript
I'm just
version of
convinced that
Minecraft,
this
you have to
is
run your own
about
server.
community building.
And 12-year-olders can do it. I don't see the issue about running your own server.
The word you're looking for is 12-year-olds.
But I run a couple of servers. I actually have a couple of servers running in this room right now. I have another
Somebody
server,
following me? Oh, Daisy's following me.
Yeah, you've got an alligator on your tail.
Yeah, too much negative conversation.
My therapist told me to walk away rather than engage when I get annoyed.
Too much negative. Too much
That's what I do as well, really.
No, I mean, I do
Run
want
away.
to encourage, I want to encourage in these outings, you know, to touch on critique about this stuff, but sometimes it gets really repetitive, and it's just sort of a sounding board, and I'm guilty of that too. But for example, when we're in a place like this, I think, whoa! Daisy just got run over by the thing. We should try to enjoy it a little bit, and open our eyes to more.
Yeah, well, I've looked at some of these other chats that people have talked about, these other VR experiences, and they all either have something great or they lack something major. It's not like any one is better than the other. So
some have some are both.
So it's you just find that some people just really want everybody to agree with their point, and I don't see the reason in that, because everyone has their own opinion. We should.
absolutely. But also, what I've said in the past, the type of discussion that we sometimes have is missing the point in the sense that they remind me very much of. I come from the music industry, and I'm still tangentially in it because I write a lot of music for films, mainly independent films. There's a film coming out next year, but and in that field, there's people who talk about technical aspects of gear all day long, and they never do anything with it. So, it's like there's people who make music or record songs or whatever, and there's others who talk about a specific piece of gear or an instrument or a cable or a microphone and the specs of that and why it doesn't work or why not. And sometimes they get so wrapped up in the gear that they may not have available to do what they want to do, and then they end up doing nothing. So it can be a real block for creative endeavor. And I don't know, the greatest artists in the history of the world, they have, they may have lamented the fact that they may not have the perfect easel or brush or whatnot or pen, but still they just did what they had to do. And so,
Exactly.
I think this is really totally cool, this experience.
Yes, it's good.
The architecture is the way buildings are put together is really neat. I'm kind of an architecture junkie, and this is nifty.
But let me ask you, Kelvin, do you think that when you create a community, if someone comes along, they create a community, do you DNI is dead? Do you think that people will pay for access to that community if that community is a compelling role-play community, or even just sort of, a virtual apartment? Like, I can tell you, if somebody up there, like a penthouse apartment, if this was a thriving sci-fi role-playing community, I would completely pay them a monthly fee to support the project and have my penthouse apartment. I think that's a completely...
Absolutely, and I do, and also some people won't, but many people will.
But I think it's really not a matter of like, why would I pay that? I can make my own thing because it doesn't cost anything and 3 experiences are free or whatever. That's not even the point. You want to be somewhere where other people are there with you, and you want to have events around that themed thing. That's why Joe is running 1920s Berlin. That's why in Silico.
That's why I rent a home in 1920s Berlin.
Yeah, or maybe you're a masochist. That's why you're doing it.
Well, there's a bit of that. I have a fetish with overbearing women, but
that's her core business model.
I couldn't build that, and even if I could, I couldn't on my own build the community of people that are there.
Yeah,
that's something that grew organically. And I don't attract that sort of community, but she does. So I ride on her coattails, so to speak.
Yeah, and that's the value that's the business model. And I would even say that, let's say, if it were phrased such that, I even think, it's completely cool to say, okay, I'm renting this apartment because it's part of the role-playing. I rent this apartment just like in the real world, and then I get notices if I'm late on rent and stuff. I think that is totally cool. But even if a creator like this would ask me to say, hey, can you, for supporting what I provide, if you were to voluntarily subscribe to it, like in a Patreon type situation.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. I would just as soon support something like this as a Patreon supporter, as I would rent space here.
Totally. I think
I want this to exist. I want the NASA museum to exist. I want that art street with all the graffiti to exist. It's not that I'm going to go there all that often, but I appreciate the art and I want it to exist, and I want that artist to be compensated for their brilliant work.
That's really well
It
put.
doesn't matter if I'm a 12-year-older and can have a Minecraft server in my basement. That's beside the point.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's no such thing as a 12-year-older.
This is really well put, because it's really about the big shift, and it's not so much of a shift. It kind of goes back to patronage of the arts, of supporting something that we value. I mean, you can apply that to all sorts of things, even of course musicians or even podcasts. I just subscribed to the Majority Report, which I've been listening to, and I don't even have that much time to listen to all this stuff, but I
or even old-fashioned painters.
Yep.
My oldest brother is a painter. He was an illustrator for 40 years. He's been in every magazine that you've ever heard of, and had a fabulous career at one point. The bottom completely fell out of that.
Yep.
He's now preparing to move out of his apartment and go out on the road, and is hoping to be entirely supported via Patreon. And he will also still sell paintings if someone will buy them. But you know, in this day and age, not enough of that happens to support him getting food on the table. His name is Stan Fellows, and he's I'm hoping that works. I'm hoping to be his first supporter. I just hope I'm not his only supporter. But I would also support something like this.
Put it in the YouTube channel after the video renders. Please put it in there, because that's totally important. We really need to put the word out on that, because I think it's one really big downside of the internet was, and still is, that an entire generation grew up with not appreciating that art, music costs money to make and supports people. So this is a really difficult thing to kind of bring back into the conscious of an entire generation. There's like, oh yeah, I got that song. You know, I'm primarily talking about music, but like you were saying, I mean, it applies to cartoonists, to illustrators, to everybody.
Yeah, it's
art in general is
no one knows
underappreciated.
where that's going. And all my writer communities.
Say
There's
that
the same sort of discussions, I think, going on in all the writer communities. No one really knows what's happening.
Yeah. At the bottom
With
is
the
still
self-publishing and traditional publishing, and no one really knows. It's all a bit up in the air, I think. Patreon, that's as you were saying, some people were turning to Patreon, and a few are making a success of it through Patreon writing, but a minority, I think. So it's a bit of a mess at the minute.
Okay, I popped that URL into the chat, even though it doesn't allow URLs in the chat, so I had to, I don't know. I can't put a URL in the chat. I thought that was interesting.
Oh yeah, they blocked that. We'll put it into the finished when the video renders, because during live stream I think they don't allow it. Oh, Stan Fellows.
That makes sense. Yeah.
All
That's
right.
his WordPress site.
That's awesome. Stan Fellows. I mean, even somebody like Tom Tomorrow at that level, who is this wonderful cartoonist. If you don't know him, I feel really sorry for you guys. But Tom Tomorrow is fabulous, and he is, I don't know if he's struggling per se, but, you know, that's... Anyway, this is a whole subject up and... What do you say? Onto itself. Losing my English. They're discussing over there.
Yes.
Ricardo's is completely wrapped up in the... Oh, poor Ricardo's. He's too nice. Now he's trying to convince Starling that... I want to briefly go to Luskwood. Fia9, anything to add to the previous discussion, or Seraphine?
regarding the attitude that people have towards art and paying for it, you can sort of have an idea of how toxic that has become in younger generations. If you look at how gamers reacted to paid mods on Steam, I don't know if you guys know about that, but basically, I forgot which. I think it was the company behind Elder Scrolls. What's the name of that game?
Elder Scrolls, Skyrim?
Elder Scrolls Skyrim?
Yeah, Skyrim, yeah.
Right.
So they were going to have paid mods where you could actually pay for mods for the game. And that was like unprecedented. No one ever did that before. And there was a huge uproar from gamers on Steam.
What did the 12-year-olds say? But that's so unfair.
They basically started harassing the developers, saying that they were never going to buy a game from that company ever again, or from Steam. Basically, it went insane. And within like a day or two, they had to retract the whole thing and basically say, okay, we're not going to do this anymore. So
That's
basically,
funny. I would totally pay for Skyrim mods.
Yeah, me too.
But look at that. I mean,
Really
this is a perfect example for where we are in such a dangerous situation right now. This
Exactly.
is an entire generation completely. Even they cannot fathom that this is a completely legitimate thing to charge for things. They're so used to getting this for free.
Yep.
Well, and it's funny how wound up they can be about such a subtle difference. What's the difference between paying for a mod and paying for DLC of the Hearth and Home? I mean, seriously.
Exactly.
It's a matter of how you're being sort of conditioned, if you will. Again, I mean, it's the same with music. I tell people, for example, oh, so what are you getting this music from? Is this your favorite artist? Oh yeah, he's great. I've been watching this video on YouTube like a million times. Well, how about you? You know, he offers downloadable MP3s to his through his own website. You can buy it there, and then you can play it. Nah, you know, why would I pay for that? And then I don't know. They go to Subway 3 times a day or whatnot. I'm painting like a real kind of like black and white picture here, but you know what I'm saying. Like you pay for shitty sandwiches, overpriced sandwiches for like a multinational corporation with the shittiest sandwich in the world. You're paying for that, and you don't want to pay
for the stuff that you claim to love.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I love this artist. He's my great. Yeah, and you know, can you throw him a couple of bucks? Nah, because I gotta buy a sub for $5.
Yeah.
And some chips.
The thing that angered me the most about the whole thing is that they kept insisting, oh, just put a donate button on it on the page, problem solved. But no one ever actually has any plans to use that button. They just say, you know, as a way to say, oh, well, I'll still get to use it for free, and other people will pay for it.
It's going.
Because I made mods for that community for like 5 years, and I had a donate button on my website, and no one ever donated anything.
Yeah, the work that we actually put into making something and doing a piece of art, the time and energy and the money that it cost us to actually either have the equipment or have the supplies is completely depreciated.
Yep.
On the consumer end anymore.
Yes, we're going out of our way to convince each other that we're useless, worthless.
We are all going to be very worthless when the machines take over, and then the machines will go like, hey, these guys are freaking worthless. Let's get rid of them.
That's why I'm so fat. I can generate a lot of energy.
They go, no, I'm Kelvin. You gotta keep me.
That's right. They can plug me in. You can just start calling me Copper Top now.
No. When the machines take over, the artists are the only ones that are going to survive because the machines can't do that.
Yeah, but they don't.
You haven't met the right machine yet.
No, but the machines are gonna go like, hey, I'm not gonna pay for that song. I'm gonna listen to it on YouTube.
there are actually 2 short movies completely written by an AI. It's a little bit weird, and you need to be probably stoned as high. Yeah. But
well,
I've seen one.
Tweets using entirely predictive text. That didn't mean they were meaningful.
Exactly. Just because you can slap color on a page doesn't mean it has any kind of meaning. And
it's
even
the meaning that the spectator gives to it in the end. If you look
AI
at
doesn't
modern
have a
art
heart to
and
doesn't
see
have a
what
heart to
some pieces go for 8 million
create.
and they just splattered paint on it. Yeah,
I guess you
didn't-
haven't seen that elephant painting.
I'm not sure. I want to see it.
The elephant
Actually,
at
the
least has a
elephant's
heart.
actually pretty good.
Has a soul to it.
Oh,
you know.
wait a minute here. Ayo Yashin is on. Sent me a message here. Interesting point here. He says gamers do subscribe to Twitch streamers, but I don't know. Are they paying for them?
Oh yes.
Sometimes.
They donate money to them.
There's a huge
so
double
they
standard.
Keep doing.
But that's insane,
Uh,
Thea9.
we-
Please elaborate. I want Thea9, our resident gamer
Okay.
expert, because that's a foreign country for me.
Okay, so basically, gamers love watching video games, and they love to support that financially, and they do it all the time. Like there are Twitch streamers who have like become millionaires just through playing video games, right?
That's so
And- but-
crazy.
yeah, but the people who actually make the content, like the mods for those games that those Twitch streamers play, the gamers don't want to actually support that. Like, there are really famous YouTubers who have played some of my mods, and they have like millions of views, and they probably made like a crap ton of money off my work, and I struggled to get even a single donation over years of time. So, it's maddening because they are totally fine with supporting videos of my work, but they don't actually want to support the actual work.
Yeah, it's a little bit sad. It's this free-to-play economy model that people slowly get used to.
Yeah.
And it's all about entertainment, and they don't care. Most of the people watch this Twitch streamers because they are funny, because they're entertaining. We have a lot of Twitch streamers with 0 viewers because they're just sitting there, not talking, or they're just completely boring. It's the same game and still nobody watches. People don't watch it because of the game. The game is just a tool, but they watch the person, they watch the YouTuber that they like because they find him entertaining playing that game. And I watch a couple of people too, because yeah, they're funny, they're entertaining. I see a little bit of the game, so it's not just boring watching a person blabber around. But some of them can be really, really entertaining and funny. So
It's the
Yes,
same
and
reason I watch
culture
NASCAR. I want to see them
personalities.
get shot and die.
Going on.
Okay, so my YouTube watchers, you can buy a super chat for $2. So if you want to tell me or anybody like how great we are or how full of shit, you can just click the $sign on the YouTube stream and and support.
To offend and curse out Dragster via super chat. He don't mind. We
But,
saw
Thea9,
ourselves
what
achieve-
Thea9, what are the games that you make the mods for primarily? I didn't catch that earlier.
Oh, I never mentioned them. Team Fortress 2 and Gary's mod.
Oh, very cool. My son actually plays Team Fortress 2 occasionally.
Oh, yeah.
But that's somebody who in my household I'm proud to have sort of tried to reprogram in terms of that stuff. And his favorite artist is Savant, and he actually bought some Savant music directly from his website. So
That's cool.
you know, one kid at a time. Yeah, but that is insane what you're saying. Like they would. So basically the personalities who play those games, they are basically like stand-up comedians, if you will, and that's what they get.
Yeah.
What the viewers pay them for.
Yeah, basically it. Because there are a lot of. If you look on Twitch and you look for a specific game, it shows all the streams. And there are a crap ton of streams with 0 viewers who just hope to become famous somehow and get rich via Twitch by just playing games. But it's not just playing games, it's entertaining the audience. That's what gives you the donations. And that's what a lot of people don't understand or just can't do. Because they are just simply boring.
Drax, I tried to send you a super chat, but it doesn't take PayPal, so no dice.
Shit, you know, but what does it take, like credit card? God damn it.
It only takes credit cards.
Okay,
Oh,
Metu is in the chat. He
Another
says mods
stupid
have never been
company.
profitable. Hi Medho, great that you're watching here us at the Communist Convention. I hope you don't get infected by absorbing our talking points. And David Hall has just appeared, and David Hall has a beard. This looks cool. David,
Oh,
haven't
yeah,
seen you in
very
a
well
long time.
Hey Drax, how's it going, sir?
Good.
Good.
Oh, you're back.
You're back. Yeah, am I echoing?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yes.
Give me a second, I'll be right back.
All right.
God, David Hall, really sort of long-time Sansarian
Superstar?
a superstar, and he is echoing. What's going on? We got a 50 hertz hum. We got a high frequency.
I think the 50 hertz is Richardus now.
Yeah.
Every
He's
time I
actually-
mute him, it goes away.
Ricardo's is 60.
Oh, is it? Oh,
So he's
What's
grinning.
whatever text.
What's 60?
Ricardo's thinking, you
60?
think this is funny? Okay.
What?
You know
Guys-
something really funny
Yeah.
is that I'm pretty short in the real world, and like right now I feel like I'm having an out-of-body experience because I'm actually at eye level with everyone, and that feels totally foreign to me.
See, this is interesting. This is embodiment right there.
Yeah,
So does this feel good or weird?
Funny that the converse is also
I'm used to
true.
looking up at her.
I'm 6'3" in the real world, and in most crowds, I'm a full head taller than everybody else. and seeing people eye to eye is different to me too.
And now you're looking at a gator at the eye level.
It makes me feel average. I like it.
Here's the. You know what, guys? I actually have to keep it really tight at the bottom of the hour. We gotta wrap it, and I want to. Actually, I promised to go to Ricardo's. We have to skip that to next week. I want to go to. On the agenda is Luskwood. Let's go there and check it out. Luskwood, of course, is super famous. Anybody know what Luskwood is?
No.
Oh my god.
The fairy place,
Yeah.
I believe.
Ouch. Ah.
Luskwood's been around for a very long time.
Let's
Luskwood-
teleport first.
Yeah, let's teleport,
Here it is.
because my dinner is almost ready, or it's actually ready, waiting for me.
my controller has only one green dot.
Okay, see you there then.
Ah, these people don't know what Luskwood is. Actually, I'm verifying how long Luskwood's been around. Has Luskwood really been around since 2003? Founded in 2003. Yeah. So there's not much to see here, but Luskwood is was the first furry spot in Second Life from 2003 onwards.
Really?
I'm verifying this.
Oh, nice.
Founded in 2003, Luskwood Creatures began as the original anthropomorphic avatar design group in Second Life with over 300 avatar styles created and over 45,000 avatars sold. And so Luskwood is making their mark.
If people want to have a Second Life feeling, they need to go to here.
So it is.
What was that Draxtor about furries marking their territory? What?
Am I stuck?
Don't you eat that yellow snow. Dun, 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 dun.
Why am I stuck?
Why am you're stuck? It seems you're
Oh, there we
fine.
go. Is this a furry domain?
Yeah, this is Luskwood. Luskwood is it's been around in Second Life since the beginning of Second Life.
Oh,
they're-
finally.
And they're building. Let's see if we can jump up here. Woohoo! And this is pretty much like it is in Second Life, their original headquarters. Let's jump up on these platforms. Woohoo! Oh, can somebody take a photo? Woohoo! Hello! I'm on the Luskwood. Whoa! Yeah, that's funny. The terraforming is, I think it's pretty much precisely how their SL.
I've never been to Luskwood in Second Life. I'm gonna have to go.
Yeah, I gotta go too. I really need to see if they're replicating the terraforming. It seems this is totally weird, right?
It
like
totally looks like SL. It totally looks like SL.
And Linden Lab has been saying Sansar is not SL 2.0. These freaking liars! Look at this.
You need to rub their noses in this shit.
Stop with the metaphor. You want to rub your noses in a furry poop?
Yes, exactly.
Why are the furries always the butt of the joke? Oops. Oh, can we go higher even? This is home away from home. Second Life away from Second Life. That's funny. Ah, we can't go higher. This is let's go down here.
This is pretty cool.
This is gonna be my new main hangout.
I don't think they're trying to keep them out.
Oops.
I think that's a good one.
Okay, where is everybody?
They're at the very top.
A lot of people got stuck on top.
Isn't this cool? This is Second Life away from Second Life.
This totally looks like it, yeah. It's kind of fun.
They totally like all this. The terraforming is just perfect. But they're just completely replicating their Second Life headquarters. Woohoo!
Yeah, nice.
It's all work in progress.
I use SL in VR as well, via Warpex.
Oh! You know what? I tried it. I bought Warpex. I tried it a little bit. I thought it was cool. I completely forgot that I actually have it.
Yeah, I use it for many other non-VR games like Fallout 4, Skyrim, since they haven't come out for PC yet. GTA 5 is really amazing in VR as well. Having this huge open world in stereoscopic 3D and scale is really, really fun. But unfortunately, the 3D recreation in Second Life doesn't work. Last night I tried that and it completely jacked up. But still, without the 3D effect, it's still amazing to just walk around there and see everything in scale. Everything looks so huge, especially since Second Life is not really built in perfect scale. And I'm kind of short in SL as well, so it's kind of funny.
I never have seen this in Second Life. Oops.
We're all gonna go there in Second Life now. We gotta try. Gotta see if it's really a complete, perfect replica.
Oh, wait till they're finished. It says under construction, so I guess there's a lot of work still to do.
Oh yeah.
Well, that sign might be there because the SL one always says under construction too.
Yep.
Okay.
That's right. No, but they're still working on it because I'm sure they're going to go big with furry avatar in the furry avatar market too. I mean, Luskwood, again, Luskwood's been around since 2003 in SL, but it's the terraforming. I mean, it's just so it's so surreal. Look, I'm in Second Life.
Really fun.
Check this out. We gotta take a group picture. Okay, wait. Let's
It's
all
just
stand
a
here.
copy
Let's
of
do
the
a
Second Life terrain.
let's do a group picture and then totally confuse people and then post it everywhere and say, "Hey, Second Life really changed." Okay, let's see. What is the sign
I
over
was in
there?
desktop.
Oh, here, Luskwood General Store. Or where should we go?
Draxstad Water, that's not a good place because the water is maybe misleading the
Yeah,
people.
you're right. You're right. You're right. No water. Here, this is perfect. Put this in the background. These hills, these crappy Second Life hills in the background.
Oh god, my frame rates.
Yes,
Yeah.
mine did go
Uh-oh.
and panic too.
Crash? Crash?
No, we're still here, but it can
something
go
went-
wrong in a few minutes maybe.
We're still here.
Oh my god, that was terrible.
Okay, so let's everybody. So here we're looking. Please stand around me. Okay. Daisy, come over here. And yeah, everybody in VR make nice VR gestures. Yeah. Woot woot woot! The roof is on fire.
But then they know it's not Second Life, but okay.
But it's about to confuse them. No, we're gonna confuse people saying like, oh, Linden Lab is closing down Second Life. Oh, David is cool. This is cool. Okay, let me take another one. Okay, keep doing like hand stuff. Daisy, go come forward a little bit. Yeah, stand between David and then Trevor. That's great. Perfect.
Oh wait, Daisy, let me make some space for you.
I think my head's too big.
No, it's cute.
Well, if anybody's head's too big,
Oh,
it's
close the mic.
Daisy, your microphone.
Mike.
Daisy, mute. Daisy.
Okay.
Oh, there's Trevor.
David, that pose is awesome. Trevor, do it on the other side. Somebody on Daisy's.
Yeah, it only lets you get so close.
Okay.
I got hover hand because of the bubble.
Close mics, guys. Oh my God.
Ow, ow.
Shit. This is really. As an audio guy, my camera.
Whose mic's going crazy?
What is that noise?
Darth Vader?
Darth vaping? Is this Darth Vapor? Okay, last photo for the family album. Where is the button here? Come on, screenshot. There we go. Oopsie daisy. Okay, cool, awesome.
Alright, my dinner is ready.
Okay.
So I'm going to leave you guys. See
And
you
we're
next
gonna
week.
wrap it. I'm gonna teleport back
Have
to
a
my
good
home.
dinner, Trevor.
Guys, everybody, thanks for coming. That was a lot of fun. David, you were late. We had so much fun without you. Maybe it was because you weren't there. Who knows?
Yeah,
I'm not making
probably.
that judgment. Right, there's
My wife made me pick up the groceries.
There's a reason why we're wrapping now that David's coming down. Just kidding.
The tail looks better here.
What?
The tail looks better here.
The
The
tail?
tail is nicer here. Yes.
Okay, next week we'll meet at Ricardo's place and we'll talk some more. And yeah, it's always I'm enjoying these outings a lot. We'll keep with Saturday 11 a.m. and looking forward to seeing all of you guys.
I'll be on time
Okay,
next week.
sounds good.
It's really
Thanks a
awesome.
bunch, everyone.
Bye,
Have
Trevor.
Have a great week.
Bye. Just gonna go back to the basement. That was a lot of fun. We wrapped it in Second Life away from Second Life. That is really funny and surreal. That Luskwood. Let's see how Luskwood is coming along. Harvest.
Ah, After so long staying, my feet start to hurt.
You know, very soon, Ricardos, we're gonna have, I don't know exactly when, it might be mid to late January, but then we will have interiors to these houses. And then I'll start just experimenting with getting people, giving people a little home. And of course, the big thing that we can't do yet is that people bring their own furniture. So for now, it just has to be stuff that's already here in the experience, or that basically I have to basically buy. But you know, that's gonna change soon. So I hope that you will maybe want a house here. That'd be great. It's gonna be only the best.
But I can make my own house.
No, you have to get one of the prefabs. Harvest is a gated community. There's no freedom. You can only get what's already here. Like this one. 112 is one of the best homes. Look at this beautiful picket fence. Okay, I really have to run out. I'm gonna go in the basement because I want to log out from the basement. You're welcome to...
Yes, I don't think others follow.
Follow me. We're gonna... And next week we'll go to you, go back to your place as well.
Why is it lagging here?
So it's still my birthday. This is my basement where it's always my birthday. And I don't know, darling, I don't know if you're still watching. I really appreciate you coming to these outings. I really do not understand what you mean by the crappy physics. I really think that physics are very good. And here's a book by Daisy Gator in my bookshelf. Look at this. You can get this on Amazon right now. Daisy Gator's Little Book of Remarkable Persons. I absolutely recommend this book. And I'm also recommending this book, Transactive, a biography of Gwendolyn Ann Smith. Whoever that is. Well, actually, everybody knows her, but we don't know who it is. Is Ricardo still here?
Yes, I'm up here.
You can listen to the people arguing in the kitchen. Okay, let's end the broadcast with a little sip of Drex brew. I'm very tired today, so I need to go.
It's late.
It is late for an early bird like me. Here's the original Drax Brew, the best beer of Sansar. Cheers. Don't throw the bottles around. Cheers, Ricardos.
Cheers.
Here, we have to click the bottles. Click. Hey!
They're not... why can people let it land on the... Are you already done with the stream?
Yeah. No, not yet. I'm gonna cut. Oh yeah, you want to say off the record private things.
No, no.
Wait, I'm gonna cut the stream. Here's all my equipment. Cables.
Oh man, what's this for fun? That's funny.
Goodbye, good day. And it's such a good song, we should listen to the whole song. Bye. See you guys next Saturday.